Oh man, this cable. Over there. Let's see who comes on chat. Move this away. I think we're live. We're live, right? Oh, refresh the page. Okay, let's stick that to 4. Right then. Okay. Hey, good evening. This is not a not one of my regular streams. This is something a bit different. Recently one of my friends dropped his camera and his camera broke. So my objective is to show him how to fix it, or show him how to swap the lens out without causing more damage, because my friend's been into his camera and he's not sure how to do it. So yeah, so here we go. Let me just minimize some things so I can see what's going on in chat. I want to leave some music on for me, so I don't think you guys can hear it. It's not picking up, so I assume that's okay. Okay, so we're going to use a bog standard iFixit kit because they're useful, aren't they? And what you want to do is make sure there's no SD cards or anything inside the camera, you know. Hey, Replenish, welcome. You taking notes? Okay, we're going to this is actually a working camera. There's nothing wrong with this camera whatsoever. Yeah, the back I took off because it gets in the way. So my goal is to take it apart and tell you how to and show you how to disassemble everything in this so it becomes a whole load of parts. Yeah. So I'll leave this VOD up afterwards, and hopefully it'll come useful to all you IRL people up there, because, you know, I think we go through these cameras quite often and things break on them a lot. This one's been slightly modified inside, where I've used epoxy resin to hold the ports in place, so when the cables flex, it takes off less stress on the ports itself. It's just to make sure that because these ports are actually bloody tiny, you know, and well, when you plug in something, you flex it a bit too much, the tiny little wires inside that are soldered to the logic board, they break off. So what I've done on this, I've kind of glued it in. Okay, we're going to grab a flip size screwdriver. My eyesight is really poor. Can you see me? Hey Nikita. Hey Christina, how you doing? We're going to size, I think we're going to take a J000. And I think this will work. So the first thing to do is to remove the screw at the bottom here. You see it? There's like one little screw here. So we're just going to poke in there and take that screw out. Just leave it on the desk there. And on here, there's 2 screws. This is the battery compartment where the top flips off. And there's a retainer, the plastic retainer here. There's a screw in the corner and a screw in the middle. So we're going to take this screw out. Is it the right way thing? Yep, just trying to find it. Screw out. Sorry, this is if this is a bit boring. I'm doing okay. It's about 2 a.m. for me now. How are you doing? It's been 8 a.m. for you? No. It's 11:20 for me here. I'm in the UK. So we're not that far away from each other. Okay, so now you can pull the little black thing off. If you pull the little black thing off, it will free this little thing here. Yeah, so this comes off. Can you see it? This is just a little retainer. So we put that to one side, and this will come off now. So there you go. And this lid, if there's a tiny little hook here. So if you push it down below that hook, the lid will fall off. Are you with us right now? Okay, so now we've taken the camera part essentially. The front part here, it's all clipped. It's this whole back section. It slides in basically. So you need to get your nail into the little gap here, and just give it a wiggle, and it should just pull out. Oh, hold on a minute. This might help. So you need to just give it a wiggle there, and the whole assembly should pull out. Like that. So what we're trying to do here is going to take the front section off here and free the element. But in order to do that, we have to take the rest of the camera apart. It's just the way it is, because the ribbon cable from the element goes underneath the circuit board, which is down here, and it actually connects here. Yeah. So, but we don't want to break anything because we want to reassemble the camera afterwards, because this is a working unit and it's from my IRL setup. So the next thing to do is take off this screw and remove, there might be another screw somewhere, I can't remember. I think I took it apart ages ago. Okay, I'm going to take the screw out here. Don't worry about getting the screws mixed up. There's only two types of screws, and most of them are self-tapping screws. You see it? You can tell the self-tapping. The self-tapping ones they've got wider threads on them, so those go in the plastic. So now we need to free this front before we can take this off, because this catch goes underneath on top of the plastic here. So what I do is just clip it off here a little bit, and I just work around it. And then this front section clips on these two hooks here. You don't want to overstretch it too far, because they break off and then you're in trouble because it won't close. Because this one I broke before. Can you see it? I broke this one here and here. That's how I know they break. See, I know there's YouTube videos about what people do with their cameras when they take it apart, but there's no like detailed step-by-step guide about how to take the camera apart in the first place. It's usually we're going to take the camera apart, and the next clip is, here's what I've done, you know, and it doesn't really help people like us, does it? So when this bit unclips, it should be dead easy, because the camera element is clipped on separately. Why is it so hard to do today? Oh shit, broke it. There you go. So it's okay, just bend it back. They're quite good, these. Okay, now we've got the camera element there, and you got two microphones and a speaker. This is the one that beeps really loudly when you turn it on. So what we're going to do here is just going to unravel them, because they're all threaded at the moment, and you can't really take the thing apart when they're all threaded together. So I got some tweezers that I use for other things, but you know, the purpose is that we reuse them, yeah. So what I'm going to do is just stick it in the side here where the rubber bit is, and lift it, and same on the other side as well, just on the rubber bit. Don't poke the microphone, because you'll break it, and you don't want a broken microphone. Just lift it. There's little channels here where the cables go, and it's the same for the speaker, yeah. So we're just going to pull the cable off here. Basically, if you take these cables off out of here, this channel, this plastic bit will be easier to remove. Otherwise it gets stuck. Now you don't want to wiggle the cables too much, because if you break the solder thing there and you don't have the soldering tools for it, you'll be a bit stuck, you know. Right, the next thing to do is to take the aerial off. Just going to free it out of the little holder. And unravel it from here. Oh. Just pull it out of here like this. Easy, yeah. And then this plastic bit is actually clipped on under here. So it takes a little bit of wiggling, to be honest with you, but it's possible to take it off. I'm just sticking my thing into here. Oh no! Hey, how you doing? Are we playing Operation? We are. We are indeed. So what we're going to do is just take this off. It's clipped in. Where is it clipped? Oh, there you go. There's a little clip here. Did you break it already? No, no, no. This one's a fully working unit. There's nothing wrong with this camera whatsoever. If it doesn't work, it's because I broke it in the process, right? But there's nothing wrong with this camera whatsoever. It perfectly works. I mean, if you want a demonstration, I can plug it in for you. But it means I lose the face cam, because I'll show you afterwards it works. So we're going to take it apart. Basically, John SF dropped his camera last week, a couple of weeks ago, and it's since lost its focus. So since he's got some old cameras that are damaged in other ways, I said to him, goes, look, top of the day, are you? What? Top of the day to you? What does that mean? I'm stupid. Top of the day. I've not heard that phrase before, mate. Okay. Need to free this bit of plastic here. Oh, you can't move it too far because there's the LCD attached to it, which is there, which is a bit funny, right? So we just need to wiggle it out. There's a little clip here. I thought it was an English phrase. Well, I've never heard of it, you know. I might be born in Britain, but, you know, I don't know everything about this country. Okay, so here we are. We've freed this. We just wiggle these cables through the little channel here, because we don't want the cables to break, yeah. So this is the actual main PCB that holds everything. We need to take 2 screws off the top here, one there, one under here, because there are connectors on here that we need to remove. I heard a YouTuber from Scotland say it. Oh. Well, there you go. Scottish YouTubers, man. I'm English. Magnets, stop it! Normally I don't do these type of IRL type style streams. I leave it to other experts, but I looked through YouTube and I couldn't find what I was looking for. So I thought, you know what? I'll just do it myself, innit? Because at the end of the day, if I'm helping other people who in the IRL community, they might thank me later, you know? Thanks for showing this, Nikita. Hey, John, you know, I want to help you, you know? I want to, you know, because like, I'm going to start IRL sometime this year, and I will probably break my gear like other people do. And I mean, they wear out, you know, they're not like designed to be absolutely indestructible, you know, but we like to, but they don't. So what we're going to do here is we freed the top unit here, and this should allow me to pull out the circuit board. And what I want to do is take this off. No, where is it? Okay, this circuit here is a friction socket. So if you hold it there and just give it a gentle yank, it should just pull out like that. Yeah, it's just a friction socket. Don't break the ribbon cable because these things are so delicate. I'll just put it over there. Normally I throw it against the wall. Does it for me. You know what? I don't want to throw one of these to the wall. You know how expensive these little cameras are? They're like 500 quid, which is about... How much is it over there, John? They're about $400 over there, or was it a bit more? I was looking into them. So this board hinges into this little gap here. Can you see it? I'm just checking the camera, see if we can see it. So you just like give it a wiggle and it comes off. Okay? And these things are a bit pain in the ass. Right, this one has got a little brown tab on it. Can you see the little brown tab on my nail? Just give it a flip, just a gentle flip, not too hard, because you don't want to break it. Just flip it up a little bit. Just flip it up like this. And then you can slide the cable out. And that one doesn't have one, that's just friction. You just, that one, if you want to get the cable out, you pull it. You want to put the cable in, you just push it back in again, and that's it. So now we've freed the microphone, and this is the IR port as well, yeah? So that's one PCB. This is the audio board basically. Watch, have a built-in video. I bought all mine used for 150. Yeah, but you know what? You've got a Dono Go for 450, right? You can buy another camera if you want to, yeah. But you've got parts in your house that you can disassemble and make a working camera. So you know, you get your Dono Go, you buy a spare one. That way you don't have any downtime. Yeah. Okay, and this one, this is whoops. This is another friction one, and this ribbon cable here is it's a funny shape. Yeah, don't rip it, don't rip it. I've done it before, and it's a pain in the ass. Just pull this one out like that, and that is your. I think this is a battery backup clock thing because there's a battery there, power button and shutter button thing. So the next thing to do is to take this metal guard off. And there's a screw there and a screw there. So we're going to take both screws out. That one and the one in the corner there. And that will free the heatsink. Okay, these screws are different. These are metal screws because the threads are narrower. Oh, but we put it together. It doesn't matter. Just when you assemble it, just look for it. And this is another metal screw. It's very thin. The gaps between the threads is very narrow. So this PCB should, not PCB, this metal thing should just come off now. Okay, we want to free this. This is like a grounding thing, basically. It's a sticker. Just pull it off and don't rip it. And there's another one over here. What you're doing? I'm ripping apart a Sony it's an FDR-X3000 something. Can you see it? That's what I'm ripping apart, one of them. Is the video the right way around? It's backwards, isn't it? Hold on a second. Camera. Is it this one? Yeah. We will just flip this. Edit, transform, order. Where's the thing for flipping it? Transform. Oh, do I have to unlock it first? Transform. We're just going to flip this horizontally. There you go. That should be the right way. Why are you taking it apart? Okay. My mate John SF, who's in chat right now, he had an accident with his camera, and I told him that you can change the element on them from another cam that he's got already. He's got another camera that's got damaged ports, but I believe his lens works fine. So what we're going to do is, basically this video is for him, because I told him in chat that you can just swap the cameras out, but apparently he took his camera apart, but he couldn't figure out how to free the camera from the rest of the thing. And the way Sony's done it is that there's a ribbon cable from the camera goes underneath everything, so we have to rip the camera apart to get to the ribbon cable. So what we need to do now is free this little metal thing. This is it's a little bit, there's this metal thing and this metal thing is different. This is the bottom one, this is the top one, so we want the top one anyway. So we just, what I've done there, just put my finger into here to grab hold of it and unlocked it from there. Okay, so we're breaking into the layers. So that's a little mid section. I would sort it like a mid frame. Okay, we're getting closer. Okay, now this is the element that John needs to remove. You have a nice setup, by the way. I do. I don't use my camera gear that I'm using right now is not very expensive, you know. It's just the lens. This camera here is a Sony A51, which looks like this. This is basically my setup. It's janky as hell, but it works, yeah. So this is a Sony A51 with a 28 to 70mm lens, and I basically set it up so it's like as close as I need it to be, and the focusing is quite good. And this other camera that you're looking at, this is just one of these. See, it's just one of these, just another one. I just put that there so you can see what my expressions are when I take things apart and stuff. And you know, when the product goes off frame and what I'm doing with it, you know. My eyesight isn't as good as it used to be, so sometimes I have to have a closer look. So now we're going to peel off this metal tab here. We want to reuse the tab because it helps with grounding and it also helps with heat dissipation. We don't want to break it, we just want to peel it off. So pieces on the corner here. I'm just going to use my nail and just peel it off. You should upload a VOD to YouTube afterwards. Very helpful. Well, this video will stay on my account, so people can just reference it on Twitch. And if you want to share it, feel free to share it. Stick it on your social media, anything you want. Just share the link, and whoever wants to use it, they can. I might upload it to YouTube later, but I think the commentary on the video might throw a few people's because they won't have chat to see. So to free the camera, I'm just going to unclip the two holders on the back. There's two there, and there's two that side. So we're just going to clip it like that. And the ribbon cable is actually double-sided taped to the plastic body frame here. So what I'm going to do is just stick my nail in here and just lift it, just unstick it. We don't want to break it because it's very fragile and it's a funny shape. Yeah. So now there's a little clip thing on here. It's white coloured. Can you see it? So if we I'm just using my nail, just sticking my nail underneath the plastic tab and just pulling it out. There you go. Now you freed the camera. So I think what's happened, John, when you drop your camera is that this bit here, which is where the sensor is, I think it's been right. Between the sensor attaches to the floating camera thing by a bit of glue. And I think what happened when you dropped it is it's come off. It's literally come off. The sensor element fell off. Yeah. It's only this bit here and the floating bit in the middle is just stuck on by a bit of glue, you know. It's what is it? It's like a silicone glue what you find behind you know when you take a PCB apart and you got like some type glue that holds the chip in place to stop it from moving. It's just that. So when you dropped it on the floor, it's probably landed that way. I'm just guessing it's probably landed that way. It only uses a gel in there as a gyro. Really? No, it's magnets. This part, yeah, it's like a silicon. Yeah, it's just the silicon glue is glued to the edge of the PCB, and then it's just placed in there. There's a video on YouTube that's the guy that tells you how to change the front element, just the front lens, because he scratched it, and this bit screws on. But I'm not going to unscrew it because mine works fine. I simply make this video to show John SF that I don't want to use the wrong glue though. No, I'm not going to teach you how to fix it. I'm just going to this is just to teach you how to disassemble the front element from the rest of the body so you can swap your two cameras around. So basically you want to take apart both of you got two cameras, right? One of them's got damaged ports. One of them has a damaged element. So what you're going to do is salvage the bits that work and make it into one working camera. That's what I want you to do. And you can keep your donor goal going, and then you can buy a spare one. Because, you know, we're going to use these anyway. So, right. So, what I've done on this one is, by default, these are just soldered to the PCB, right? And what I've done on mine is I glued it. Can you see it? I don't know, can you see it? Little bits of glue between the sockets here. It's epoxy. I put epoxy here, and here, and here. So I've left the back completely free. Yeah? Nande. Right. When you put cables in these ports, okay, these ports will flex. They will move up and down on the PCB, yeah? And what happens over time is these little pins back here, they just break. I mean, look how big they are. They're tiny. Yeah? These just break. And if you break one or two of those, the camera will go on a fritz. It won't work. So to help me lengthen the durability of this camera, I just put some glue on the edges here. I don't know if you see it. There's like little bit of glue there, and a bit of glue there, a bit of glue there, and a bit of glue there. That one's more visible, I think. You see it? Little bit of glue there. That's what I've done. I've just put some epoxy resin on it. Now you might be thinking epoxy resin is really solid. Well, actually, when you got a heat gun and you heat this area up, the epoxy resin softens, and if you get a scalpel, you can just peel it off. Yeah, so it doesn't affect it. It's you see, if people use heat guns, but the problem with heat guns is the glue on the heat gun, it's not strong enough to hold the port in place. So now when you flex the port, it doesn't flex the port, but it flexes the whole PCB. And this PCB is quite strong because it's all screwed in, this one. This one's quite strong, yeah? So what we're going to do now is put the camera together again, because John needs to know how to put the camera together, right? It's basically the same. You can buy these camera elements on, I think you can buy them, is it called, there's a Chinese site that sells loads of technology parts. Chris has the link for it. They're about £150 each of these. You should sell those reinforced Sony cameras on eBay for premium. No, I think people can do them Right, you see, the reason why I don't want to do it and sell it is because what I do on here technically voids the warranty, because it's not how it's specified on the Amazon, on the Sony tech sheet, you know. This is how I do it, because I know, you know, if I break my camera, I will try to fix it first before I send it off to Sony. And I know how to remove the glue. So what we're going to do here, we're just going to this part here. We're just going to flip it up a bit like that, and basically we're just going to shove the camera into its holder like this. Yeah, and just make sure the acrylic parts on both sides slot into the slot like that. Might have to force it a little bit because it needs to clip in. And there you go, it's clipped. And make sure this has on a new camera, it has a bit of tape on here and a bit of paper. Peel the paper off and basically align the two holes here to the two little posts. But what we're going to do first is put the cable into its socket first. Normally I do it by hand, but when you do it on a camera, it's easier to show it like this, isn't it? So we're just going to shove this into this little crack here. It's like, if you see it there, there's like little slit. You don't want to force it, you just want to push it in. Just align the cable so the slot is there. I'm just going to slide it in. You don't need any force on this, you just need to slide it in. Yeah, then use your nails if you've got some and just push it in a little bit on both sides. And once it's firmly inside, you can push the plunger down at the back. Yeah, there's a little white plunger at the back. See it there? So basically you want to flatten this. When it's flattened, the cable locks. And it's a really awkward place where it is. So that's it. The plunger's locked in there. And just to make sure it's actually in the right place, I'm just going to unclip it and push both ends of the cable in just slightly, and then flatten it again. Okay, that's it. That's how you install the camera element. And then these cables, you don't need to fold it. Just if you get a brand new one, just tuck it in a little bit. Hey John, you know what? You know, sometimes in chat I might be a bit of a dick sometimes, right? But you know, I mean well. And I'm happy to help my community. I mean, you are community at the end of the day, you know. Because the only difference between you and me is that I haven't done IRL before. No worries, John. This video will stay there, and you know, you'll have a reference to it. You know, if you have any questions, just message me on Discord. You know. So what we're going to do now is there's two ways of doing this now. You can put this on first, or you can put the cables in first. I don't have a preference personally. Aha, yeah, it's cool. I appreciate it. Also, how is that? Huh? How is that? How is that? What? Ninja 5. Oh, the Ninja 5. I'll show you it in a minute. Give me a second. Oh. This is my Ninja 5. This is a Ninja 5 is basically, this is a 5-inch display. Well, let me get a battery for it. I need a battery. Where's the battery? Give me a second. Maybe one of these have power. The blade is a bit cheaper, but is older. There is no other product on the market that does what this does. This is like a display with a HDMI input, yeah? There's no... what this does is a little bit different from all the other displays. This has a 2.5 inch SATA port on the back. There isn't another product on the market that has this ability. The other monitors, they record to SD cards, which are bloody expensive anyway. So on this, I could just buy SATA 3. I'm not sure is that SATA 3 or SATA 2, right? But you can slot in regular 2.5 inch SSDs, or well, you could technically put a hard drive in there, but because of the purpose and nature this is for use, I would suggest SSD. So it's got audio ports in here for monitoring, and it's got a touch control on here, and this will record anything you plug into there up to 4K 60. It will record 10-bit video, 422, I think, yeah. Because this product costs almost as much as a live view. Ninja Blade does SSD too. Is it? Is the Ninja Blade a newer one or older one? Hey, there isn't a Ninja Blade. What are you on about? No, it's an older discontinued version. Is that by the Atmos company as well? Oh, it's 720. No, this is 4K 60. That's why I bought this one, because I want to record 4K. This one can go between my the outputs on my video mixer. So the output of my video mixer can go into here, and then this goes into my live view. That's my plan. And then when I'm out doing IRL, I can set this to record and carry on. So basically, I will get a unripped version of my video. What are your plans for Japan with this? I have lots of things I want to do in Japan. I have I'm not kidding, I have like 1,000,001 ideas. And I'm not willing to share my ideas on the internet because nobody else is doing what I'm doing. So this will go on my top of my camera, or you can put this, it's got two mounts on it, one there and one on the bottom. So you can mount this any way you want to. You can get an L bracket and mount it to the side of your thing, but be warned, this is quite heavy. With a battery like this, it's quite heavy. Well, I have a few things. Some of it is experimental, and some of it is things that other people already done, you know. The other thing this allows you to add is, can you record with the monitor off? I don't believe so. I think the monitor needs to be on, because the whole point of a monitor is to monitor what you're doing, you know. So if you're doing these cameras, wonder how long the battery will last. I know the little battery, the very skinny one, lasts for 2 hours. And it has, well, I'll tell you what this has, John. This has a battery eliminator thing that comes with it. So you can plug a standard 9-volt, a 12-volt socket into there. So that clicks onto there. And now you've got a battery eliminator. So now you can put a live oak into a power oak into there. you know, and this accepts a wide range of voltages, you know. You see it? It says 4.2 volt to 16 volt. So the power from a live view, and you share the live view with this, it'll work fine. And the other thing you can do with this has got an extra port in here. Can you see it? And if you don't want to use HDMI, you can use SDI cameras as well, because this is designed for professionals. I mean, this little monitor, I think the £700 in the UK they sell for about £685 to £800, something like that, depending on what package you get. I've got a cage for this and a cage for my DSLR, but for the purpose of IRL, I don't think that'd be useful. I think they'd be too chunky and too heavy. So anyway, back to assembling the camera. So the camera. So this metal thing, okay, you can't just put it on top. It's got to clip into this little receptor here. Otherwise, it just float around in a rattle and it won't do its job properly. So you just poke those two holes into the little plastic receptor here. I think there's loads of people trying to get into IRL now. It's, you know, it's not. I mean, it's not an expense. It's not a cheap hobby. Yeah, the Atmos works fine. I've tried it already. I did a preview video the other week. But I'm using it for a very different purpose, you know. This side is not clipped in properly. I think I've taken this particular model, this camera a bit too, taken it apart a lot of times. But this is the first time I've actually videoed it. Is that the right screw? Yep. The metal screw, basically what you're doing here is sandwiching the main PCB with two bits of metal. It just helps with cooling. So we're just going to stick this back down again. Cool. And then the same with this one. I'm not sure, is this tape there to stop the camera from falling out, or is it there to help it with heat dissipation? I'm sure these little cameras get warm. Okay, now we need to take this. Where is the socket for us? Are you turning to a Tectoris now? I don't know, does Tectoris take his cameras apart on camera? I don't know what Tectoris does with his technology. I don't know, does he take things apart on camera and tell you how to do it? So this one needs to go. It needs to go that way. So what I'm going to do here is just going to push it in. There's no locks or mechanisms on this socket. It's just a friction fit. Whoops. Like that, yeah. Just be careful you don't rip it. If you nick it and you rip the cable, that's the end of, essentially. You don't want to rip this cable. This one is the main cable. I don't know what does I don't know, does Chris see, Chris shows you what he's taken apart and everything, but he doesn't, I don't know, does he show you how to take it apart and how to assemble it? So we're just going to put the screw into here. What I tend to do is when I put the screw in, I turn it back a bit until I feel a little click. Then basically I'm not rethreading it, you know, because I don't want, because it's plastic, I don't want to strip it out. So I try to keep using the exact same thread that was on there originally. Okay, time to assemble this one. Make this one a little bit easier. I'm going to put the display back onto it. And which way does it go? Okay, on this one, the black bit goes down like this. Otherwise, if you put it the other way around, it won't face the right way. That's how I know. Just push it in there like that. Don't need to apply too much force because you don't want to rip the cable. You just want it to go into the slot. And this one has a little tab on it there. So what you do, you put the cable in first, then you flatten it. And once you flatten it, the cable will lock. I'm just making sure the cable is sitting in properly before I close it. Yeah, so there's a little lip here. I'm just pushing it down basically, and it should lock in place. Like that. So this one goes back on here. And I think this one locks into this hole here, because there's this little hole here. Oops. It's really a tight squeeze. Oh, done it wrong. So when you slot it in, there's a little metal clip here. Just put the PCB underneath it. And then there's a little plastic clip on this side. And that's it, that's how it fits. It doesn't have any screws, nothing, it just sits on there. And then this one goes on top and clamps it all in. Yikes, this thing's come off again. Stay. Just making sure the cables go through the little channel. Otherwise, it's going to interfere with it locking in. Does that go underneath or does that go on the top? There's a little clip here. And make sure this little tab here goes underneath it, otherwise it won't clip. a bit tricky. This little plastic thing is really annoying. Under here, the little plastic thing's a little clip, and it goes underneath this ledge. Oh, APM notifications, where that came from? That's it. It's all fitted together now. Well, 1 second. Almost. But this cable here goes underneath here. I think that's a Bluetooth thing, to be honest. It's not sitting in properly. 1 second. Okay, clicked it in. Basically, is the PCB underneath there has a little hole, and there's a little metal thing that slots through it, and then you just move the PCB in the right place, and then once it goes click, then it goes in. So what we're going to do is put the battery in. Actually, does this battery have power? I can't remember. Just go and turn it on. Wow, this thing is designed so the battery can't go in when it's, because the retainer there just unflips. I'll do it in a minute. Put this into here. Then I'm just going to thread these wires into the channels here to tidy them up. So it's basically like that, right? You see it now? Just push the wires in with the tweezers. And on this side, we're going to do the same again. I'm going to put the shortest wire in first. No, I'm going to put, no, sorry. I'm going to put the speaker in first. And then put the one mic in with the short cable. Whoops, little rubbery thing came off. No harm, no harm. The rubbery thing just sits on top of the mic. It's just an anti-vibration thing. Hey. It has a little locator channel on it, so make sure it goes the right way. Otherwise, it won't sit on properly. And I go it the wrong way around, it won't go back in. Pull the mic out a bit. so that's where the camera goes in there. So now, oh shit, it's come off again. These things are so tight, they're tiny. There you go. The speaker, we're just going to shove it into little. Make sure the wires are in the channels. There's 2 wires. What I normally do is put the one that goes to the furthest down first. Like that. Then the excess, I shove it into the holes, into the gap here. That's how Sony does it. So now we're going to thread the other microphone, which is the green twisted one, into the thing here. I'm hoping that the twisting of the cable will help it log in better. Yeah. Go and head out to check out a protest. Thanks again. I'll rewatch the whole video again. No worries. There's a whole load of shit going on in Capitol Hill over in your, not in your area, is it? But it's still your country. It's a bit fucked up, if you don't mind me saying. You're killing him. No, disassemble. It'd be okay. It'd be okay, honest. Look, it's in one piece again. Can you imagine that one day when robots like, no disassemble, no disassemble. So I'm going to put this back in again. Just make sure these are all in the right places. Otherwise, when you put them in, they won't go in, they won't sit in properly. So this basically just clips on top. I bent this one a little bit. Let's go and bend it back a bit just to make sure it locks properly. Well, actually, there's a screw missing. There's a screw missing here, and it goes in there. Yeah, so don't forget to put the screw back in. Oh, this bloody tape is annoying. Clip. Clip. Now, in case you're wondering, this little grey thing here, this grey thing is actually the waterproof gasket to make sure the camera doesn't get wet when it gets in the rain and stuff like that. You know, if yours is dirty, just wipe it with a sponge or a bit of tissue or something. I'm sorry I'm boring you, Big Phil. You know, this is aimed at people who does IRL. And, you know, this is about maintaining their equipment. Banana bread. So what I want to do now is give the camera a bit of a wipe down. No, it's not you. No, it's not you. So I'm just going to wipe this down a bit because it's a bit dusty. I will use this water-based Mr. Muscle stuff, right? Just spray it on here. It's a glass cleaner, so it should be okay. So what I would use it for, I would use it to wipe down this little grey bit, which is the waterproof gasket. you just want to remove all the dust from it, so when it's sliced back together again, it's a good seal. And also I'm going to wipe the display because I've got my fingerprints all over it. And when I put things together, I like the inside to look kind of clean, yeah. This is the housing for it, and it just slides in. This thing needs to be stuck out, otherwise it'll get trapped. So slide that in there like that. And then the camera is there. Okay, I need a spare battery. This battery got power in it or not? I don't know if this one have power in it. Oh, it's not coming on. There's no power. Hold on. I have another one. 1 second. Oh, I'm go to bed now. Have a good night, Nikita. You go to bed so early. This is my spare camera. So I actually have 3 of these. I'm just going to borrow the battery out of here because this one's been charged. Well, there's no point me doing a disassembly camera thing and reassembly thing if I can't prove it to you that the thing works after I assembled it, you know? 'Cause the idea is that I want you to have a bit of confidence in me. It's like, you know, YouTubers can make a video, right, and they can say, oh, this is what I did earlier and this is how you disassemble it. But they don't tell you how does it work afterwards, does it? So we've got another battery here. We're going to take this one out here that hasn't got power in it, throw it over there. Stick this one in here, and I'm hoping it's got power in it. So I've got no power either. Bit worried now. I need a power source. A power brick here. See, I've taken these cameras apart so many times. I know that this process doesn't kill it. And as you can see, it's come on. So just going to go through and set this. Hold on a second. Totally the wrong dates, but there you go. Camera's working. There's some charge in there. Do you want me to plug the video source in there so you can see does it work? I'm actually missing a screw on here. 1 second. Unplug the power source. And this again. Ooh. I forgot to put this screw in. This screw doesn't do anything. It just holds the front end in. So screw it in like that. And just slide it back in again. Then to lock the whole assembly in, there's one screw here. This screw basically locks the cases together. what's good. Ooh. I don't know what's good. I'm just doing my own thing, ignoring what the media is doing. To me, it's not media. What's going on in the media is not important. Is this working again? I'm sure this battery doesn't have any power. Why Sony made a new version of this yet? I don't know. Oh, it's come on. There you go. So what I'm going to do is here is like, see this camera that you see me on? I'm going to unplug it and plug the cables into this camera. I want to prove to you that I haven't broken it. This is a live streaming cam. Yeah. Prove it. Yep. So I'm unplugging this. This is my camera. Hello. So this is the one I'm unplugging. This has got like a cover on it. So video is going to go dead. 1, 2. Power off. So this one's going into here. And then the video is going to go to here. Oh, look. It's working. See? Hello. Hello, chat. You see yourself? This is the one I disassembled. It's got a little fluffer on it. And this one doesn't have a fluffer on it. So that's how you know. See, John? Not everything I take apart breaks. To sell those they produce. Eh? To sell those they produce. No, this is about this is more about fixing the camera. It's like when we do IRL streams and stuff, right? This is the little camera that you see us on. And what happens is these wires here, they flex a lot, and sometimes these ports here break, or sometimes you just drop the camera and the whole thing breaks. And some people have a misfortunate time and they drop the camera and the lens break, or the element, something in the lens, something happens to the lens and it stops working. And basically my friend John is he had an accident a couple of weeks ago, and he dropped his camera onto the floor and it stopped working. I'm surprised they haven't made an adapter for those. What, for this? I think, you know, the majority of like these cameras are not designed to be plugged in and powered on constantly. You know, it has a live mode, but I don't think they intended that that's what we use it for primarily. And well, that's what we use it for anyway. And if you bought it, if they made an adapter thing to go on here, where would it go? Because that little hole there is where the door slots into, and most people leave the slot on. Yeah, but the thing is, right, if you had something to go in here, yeah, where would it mount to though? You know? Do you know what I'm saying? Because there's no screw threads here for mounting like a cable retainer or anything like that. And what most people buy is something like this. Yeah, the cable goes like this, screws into the end of here, and then it's got channels on there to retain the cable in. But I don't use this. I use a different one. I don't like this one. I tell you why I don't like this one, because if you put the cable in the channel and then you start tightening it up, right? But if the cable is too small, then the cable is still loose, right? But if the cable is not sitting in the channel properly and you tighten it up, it nicks the plastic. Because I've done it on this cable somewhere. Can you see it there? The plastic's being nicked. And, you know, look, can you see it? It's been nicked and the shielding's underneath it. So I damaged that cable using this. So that's why I don't like these. I mean, it's a good idea, but I think it'd be better if this was actually plastic rather than metal. They could have left the screw metal, obviously, but the actual clip thing. It should be plastic. So as you can see, this works. Hello. Look. Lou Pre. Lou, your names are funny because it's green coloured. So if I just say, if I go to here and go to, is it this one? This one, isn't it? No, this one. Which one is it? This one. I go to filters, get off the chrome. There you go. Now you can see your name. Look, see? Look at your name up close. This camera is surprisingly good. It's like I'm like literally a millimeter from the screen and it's still in focus. That's pretty good. And you can look at my ugly mutt too. Hi. So this is the camera we took apart and we haven't assembled it all yet because I wanted to prove to you it works. So we're going to put this into here. I'm going to take the battery out now, so it's going to go dark. And what I'll do, I'll plug in the other camera. And give it a moment, it should come back. It's come back, right? Hello. So, Allen key. This is my ceiling lights. Ooh. Have you seen them lights before? You have, haven't you? There you go. Hey. I've kind of fooled you at the back here because I don't want to see all the mess in the background. So what I've done is put a second green screen up. So, while you're here and having a little party, how is everybody? I know that some of you have left already because you're not into this kind of stuff. That's okay, but I can't please everybody. Cold. You're cold? Where are you, Lou? I'm gonna drink some Pepsi. It's not sponsored by Pepsi. Your hair's so long. Yeah, my hair is getting longer. Like, I could make myself look like one of those Japanese horror story movies, you know, where it's like this. Is that better? I'm gonna pour myself a drink. Not too much, just a little, because I'm thirsty. I was talking to you a lot. Man, it makes me thirsty as fuck. I did. I quit drinking soda for about, the whole drinking soda thing lasted about 8 months. But I also envy you for your hair. Oh, thank you. I'm still growing my hair. It's still a bit wet because I just washed it. I don't like to normally. Oh, my hair, it annoys me. Normally I blow dry my hair, but my hair is, if you keep blow drying your hair gets dried. I mean, dehydrated dry, and then becomes frizzier. So what I tend to do is wash it, towel dry it, and leave it. And if I need it to be straight and less frizzy, I use a flat iron on it. Just trying to get this thing working. Have you seen these things before? This is what Cash uses. It's an ICOS, and basically inside this little hole, I try to make sure you can see it. Okay. Inside the little hole is like a little blade thing. Why can't you see it? camera focus. Can you see it in there? A little blade thing. And when you shove this in there, it makes a little slit in it. And that helps it heat up. So what I do, I turn it on first. That's the battery testing. Put it on. After it's turned on, it heats the element up, and then I'll push the tobacco bit in. How is that? This is an IQOS, mate. It's for people who don't smoke cigarettes anymore, but still like the guilty pleasure of inhaling stuff. Phil doesn't have one of those. What does he have? He has the vape thing. There's different things of, there's different things for different people. Some people like to vape, and some people like to smoke cigarettes, and I like to use this because this tastes like a cigarette. I need to get some icons made, Lou. Do you know anybody who's good at that? Wow. I didn't think the music would pick up. It does. I'm listening to Starship, which is from the 80s. My system is set up very well, I think, because it's like I can listen to music and you guys can't hear it, so that prevents me from being TOS, doesn't it? Oh man. So this needs to do a little bit more. I need to put this back in. This goes into here. There's a little clip, just slide that into there, and it's locked. So close this back here. Stick this into here. This only goes in one way. You want the big fat bit down, like that. Then you shove that into the hole, and now it's just put the screws in. There you go. One refurbished camera and battery. I hit that clip. No, you won't. I need it. Hey, Lieutenant Dan, how you doing, mate? Haven't seen you for ages. Hope you had a nice new year. Well, that's turned on. I'm going to give it a charge because it's a bit empty. That one in it. So now it's charging. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. Put the battery on. So now it's charging. Put the battery on top of the cable so it doesn't flex everywhere. Oh, you started going to bed earlier than my stream, I think. I don't know. What time is it over there? I started this stream about 11:15. I wasn't planning on doing a stream today, but I figured that I should show my face and talk to some random people. Whoever wants to take interest into my stream, if you got a Prime sub, throw me your Prime sub, because I'm 4 points away from my first I'm well four subs away from my first point, because Japandi came in the other day and gave me some subs, and Coffee gave me a sub. And I thought to myself, you know what? I'm going to help John SF out and give him some tips on how to sort out his camera. This is my earliest stream in a long time. No, I actually had a stream the other day. It was my last stream started around about 9:30 or 9 o'clock, or was it 8 o'clock? I can't remember. It was a couple of days ago, and it was my birthday, and people came in and wished me happy birthday. You know, getting old, man. You missed that one. I played Call of Duty Cold War. Thank you very much, Dan. I know you mean well. I know you didn't know that was my birthday. I don't really announce it. I suck at Warzone. Getting old is better than being old. Why is that? Getting old is just bad. It doesn't matter if you're old or not old. Getting old is just bad. It just means that you're getting supposedly more mature. But I refuse to grow up. I don't want to be that mature person. So how do I get this onto my big screen then? Make this bigger, so you can see me. As you see, this is my setup that I'm using for this fix. You see it? Really scuffed. So this is the mic. This I think Pokemon use the same mic, and this is a Sony A5100 with a big lens. It's not a macro lens, it's just a bog standard lens that has pretty good macro abilities. This lens is broken actually. It doesn't. The zoom thing gets locked at a certain point. It doesn't go all the way out. So, but it serves my purpose as a streamer. I got it off eBay for $99. I love your toys, Nikita. You love my toys. I have lots of toys. Maybe a bit too much toys. You know. For a streamer, what I do, I don't need all this stuff, but it's nice to have. It's like it's one of those things. Is like you don't need it, but it's just nice to have, isn't it? Update Google. So what's been going on over your side? I know that you got crazy things going on in America right now. Are you talking about partners? I'm thinking about. I would like to go partnership later. Somebody asked me the other day. Nice to have, but don't need them. Yeah, don't need all their stuff on here. Rent your hardware out to streamers and change them, and charge them a premium. No, you see, I set up my gear initially to process video. My system is really powerful and pretty OP compared to a lot of gamers. Certainly, my monitor setups and everything is a lot more than what other people require. But I'm gonna spend some time gaming between now and when I decide to leave for Japan, and I'm not gonna say that I'm a good gamer, but it's just fun to try, right? Just fun to have a bit of fun playing games and talking to the people who come by, you know. I want to lose weight. So for my goal for 2021 is to lose some weight. Get a bit less chubby. I feel very chubby. And this lockdown doesn't help me at all because it means I can't go out. I keep banging my elbow on it. Basically, my setup is like this. So I have this mounted to the table here. This is a Manfrotto 2-part arm thing, and I just tightened it to the table, and then it just holds the camera. This. Drink green tea. How does green tea help me? Does green tea help me burn fats quicker? And my desk is a bloody mess. Can you see it? It's like I've got loads of stuff over there, loads of stuff over here. This is my volume control for my mixer, a keyboard, and all the stuff stacked on the desk here. I've got a Stream Deck that I don't really use. This Stream Deck's been sitting here, and I don't really use it, man. We have shit everywhere. Yeah, I got shit everywhere. I can't help it. It's a working desk, man. You know, this is the other side of the desk. No caddy. What do you mean no caddy? Okay, now I will really go to bed, Nikita. Hey, you go to bed. Don't let me keep you up, you know. And this is my live view. And battery. I got everything to go live, you know. My live view and everything is set up. And I can give you a little tour of the house if you want to, but honestly, the rest of the house is like this. It's a bit messy. My mum wants a new computer. Looks dead. Do you know what site lists computers on sale now? In a site called Camel. Do you like Elgato? I use a lot of Elgato stuff, if that's what you mean. My green screens are all Elgato. My capture cards are all Elgato. I use 3 capture cards. I use 2 4K 60s and 1 S. What is it? HD60S. Not the new one, but the old one. And they do me fine. They do what I need to do. I mean, John SF has bought a Magewell card that he got used. That does exactly what my cards do, except it doesn't do his card doesn't support 4K. Mine does. See, when I set the camera up at the back normally. Hey, what happened? I hear notifications, but what is it? What just happened? Hey, Astro, thank you very much for the follow. So the camera that I set, this camera here, this one here, is actually hooked up to the computer, and it's running at 4K. And what I've done is basically the capture card captures at 4K, and I minimize it so there's more detail on the screen. That's yeah. You don't need 10. You don't need. How many screens do you have? I'll show you since you're here. I have this one. That shows my OBS. This one is turned off. I just turned it off because I'm not using it. This is the main one, and this is the other one, and this is my stream manager, just to let me control things. And there's a big TV over there with clothes on it. Does that count? So 6 screens. I have 6 screens in here if you count the TV. 6 screens. And in terms of cameras, I've got this camera, the camera I'm using to point to. So there's one camera here, one camera here. One What else is there? There's another camera here. Excuse the trash there. There's a new camera here. Brand new, never used. Well, actually, I have used it. I used it once. I've got my live view over here. You know? And I've got like Imodium over there and loads of cables and kind of a Nintendo hiding underneath the monitor. It's a working desk. It's impossible to keep a walk. Oh, how do you keep like a desk that you use every single day tidy? It's impossible. It's like, you know, like I put stuff here, right? And I work on it, so and I'll push things away. And then everything falls off the back of the desk, and I go around the back of the desk and pick them up again. You know, how do you keep a working desk clean? So this is my cable management for today. This camera that you've seen on now, the cables is kind of like sitting here, and it's just routed over there at the back of the mic stand, and the cables here is kind of like a cable over there and a cable over here. You know, at the end of the day, the way I see it is, it doesn't matter how janky it is. If it gets the job done, then it's good enough, right? Hey, I'm just going to give you guys a little clean because you're a bit dirty, chat. I want to start IRL. I got my gear, you know. This is the key thing I need. I got batteries, I've got cameras, I got modems, I got everything. I just wait for lockdown to blow over. Then I want to show you my town. I don't know, are you ready to see Manchester? This is charging, and it's charging really slowly. Oh, you can't see it? What the heck? Let me just like move this out of the way. And in case you don't know, I have lights on the ceiling. Where's the application I use to control the lights? So we can change the lights like this. Increase the intensity a little bit. Give it a bit more colour. You know, because why not? So now I look a bit, my table and everything looks a bit blue, yeah. So I can change it like this, make it a little bit warmer, different tones. Make it orange. Have a Northern Lights appeal. So if I turn the lights off a bit. And at the moment, I'm trying an experiment where I'm trying to integrate my lights into my chat. So when you throw bits at me, the lights start flashing. And, you know, things like that. That's what I'm kind of playing about with at the moment. Oh, it's a bit too warm. Let's change it back to the white light and lower it down a bit. Like that. It's fun, you know, in the studio. If this was your studio, what would you be doing with it? I think you'd be doing a lot more things to it than what I do with it. I mean, I want to play games a bit later on. I'm gonna have to move all my stuff away, and I miss my office. It was like my studio. This is my home. This stuff is in my home. and I'm going to Japan later this year. I have no idea how I'm going to. I don't know what I'm going to do when I go to Japan, apart from going to school. Um, I haven't studied for about 10 years, but I want to learn Japanese language. Um, well, if you want to install, what you can do in your garage, right? You can like create. You can put like vertical struts on the walls with like some screws and stuff, right? To create a cavity, so you can put like sort of like an insulation onto the wall, cut them up and slot them into the wall, right? Then you cover them with plasterboard, and you can do the same thing on the floor. On the floor, you can put wooden panels on the floor. Are you going to stream from Japan? I am. I am going to stream in Japan. I'm going to stream on my live view in Japan. So I'm going to take you guys out and show you and explore Japan. You know, I I don't know what's going to go on in Japan. I don't want to do nightclub streams constantly. I want to do something little bit different. Maybe take you guys shopping because I have a new apartment, and my apartment probably won't have any furniture in it, so I would need everything. I would need a new settee, I need a table, a desk, maybe build a PC. I need loads of things, and I gotta pay for rent. I got to find an apartment. When I find an apartment, then I can move in, and once I move in, then we can set it all up. I need pots and pans. Are you taking your studio with you? That's a difficult question, you know. Nice. Japanese chicks are hot, except the ones with the short hair. Anyway, what happens if the ones with the short hair grow the hair long? Do they automatically become nice afterwards? What happens if they wear a wig? I mean, I like hair. My hair keeps my head warm, but it's a pain to maintain. So what we could do is like in your garage is like you could put like wooden four 2x4s down on the floor, and then like put them in like maybe like 12 inches apart. You know, put lots of them down across the floor, and on top of that you could put wood on top of the floor, on top of the concrete, and then put insulation between the like you can put like slats on the floor and put insulation on it, then put like hardwood flooring over the top of it. Basically, you want to make a box, yeah. You got your box, which is your garage, and then you want to put a box inside the box, and the inner box is the one that's going to keep the warmth in. Um, it's going to be it's a good little DIY project. I mean, I've got a garage here, but my garage has got loads of shit in it. Because I mean, I'm one of these people, right? I buy hardware, and with the box, I don't throw it away. I keep it. I just finished updating the garage. Uh, new wood road lights with missing drywall. Oh, roof, roof lights. Missing drywall. Uh, yeah, put some insulation behind the drywall. It makes it warmer. And and on the roof, right? Have you put any power cables in the roof for the lighting and stuff like that? Because I mean, on mine, there's the ceiling, the default ceiling thing is a bit short. Yeah, but you see, the thing is, right? I don't know where you are or where you are in the world, right? But in England, you need insulation behind the drywall, otherwise it gets too cold. I mean, this room is really warm because the computers and stuff, and I've also got like green screen material all around the room. So and that all helps to insulate the room for a bit warmer. And I have windows over there, but the windows has got like the windows. I sealed the windows up so little pesky insects don't come in. There's nothing worse than having a whole load of technology in a room and you leave it in here and then spiders come through the window and little ants come through the window and then you take your computers apart one day and there's like a big spider's nest in there. That's the worst thing. I don't want that in my computer. So I just sealed all the windows up in here so things can't come in. I have a big fan sitting behind my desk. So when it gets a bit too warm in here, I go and turn the fan on and that blows all the hot air into the rest of the house. So when I turn the lights off in this room and turn the computers down, this room is pitch black. The only lights you see in here is like the LED lights from the mixer I have behind. There's a mixer over there. And all the LEDs in here is like the lighting on the table, lighting on the ceiling, the lighting over the little LED signals on the mixer. Those things don't go off, I leave them on. If I wasn't going to Japan, I would be thinking about making YouTube videos and stuff like that. I think I can go to Japan and make more YouTube content over there. That's one thing I want to do. I want to get into YouTube. Because, like, doing this IRL just chat thing is easy, isn't it? Because, like, you guys can just, like, stroll in and throw me loads of questions to ask, you know? And I can just give you answers. But when you're making YouTube videos, you have to kind of, like, script the thing out, you know? What you're going to do, how you're going to do it, talk to yourself, and, you know, review your videos and then cut them and retake them and, you know, stuff like that. So the way the YouTube stuff is done is a little bit different. Like Chris from abroad in Japan. Haven't seen his channel. What does he do? Abroad in Japan. Is that a podcast channel? PC gaming. Hold on. I need to grab this one. Copy. Go to IRL. Place it into here. Bring this one down to about here, I think. Activate it. Turn this one off. And now you got a desktop stream. Okay, now you need to enable the green screen so you don't get that green background. Filters, green screen. There you go. What does he do? Maybe I need to go to YouTube. That's not the right guy, is it? You talk about this guy?
Christmas. My favourite time of year. There we go. Perfect.
I can't see fuck all, mate.
We all love it for different reasons.
Oh, man.
Jesus.
Alright, what I'm going to do is disassemble this because I don't need it.
To get the presents that I so sorely deserve. I like to mope beneath the Christmas tree right before Christmas and guess what's inside each and every box. This year, though, my Christmas Eve was rather stressful when I opened my phone to reveal some
So this is my little camera.
worrying news. Instead of getting
Very cheap and tacky. Everybody else uses better cameras than this.
beloved bath mat that I've been using every day for 2 years now is actually filled with asbestos, the toxic fibre known to cause lung cancer. Asbestos heavy bath mat. Yeah, on the second day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a bath mat.
I see. I don't know. I want to do more outdoor stuff, I think. I don't want to. I don't know. Do I want to do this kind of stuff? I have different things in mind. Um, it's like it's awkward, right? Because I don't want to recycle stuff that other people has done already. I want to do something a little bit different. Maybe, and also I'm studying Japanese. I don't know what this guy does, or does he speak Japanese, or how fluent he is, and I don't know what he wants to do ultimately. Um, my idea is that I want to make a TV program, um, maybe a television series. So I don't know. It's like I need to network in Japan, find the film crew and stuff like that. He's transitioning to TV series type of content to syndicate. Hmm, I don't know. I have like different ideas. Um, I've seen a lot of people, lot of stuff that other people make. It's interesting what they make. Um, but it's not. I don't think it's what I want to do. I mean, I don't want to. I don't want to say what I want to do on the right now because you know, I've got ideas that I'm thinking about doing. Um, I'm more interested in culture things. Japan's British theme park. See what he does. He seems to go to different places and basically take you along for the ride or something. Or I might just study Japanese in Japan and start working. If I get into television and stuff and I have a film crew, maybe I could do IRL with a film crew. You know, that'd be interesting, wouldn't it? Um, maybe I can learn to cook Japanese food and take you along for the ride. I mean, what can go wrong? Apart from set the apartment on fire and set the alarms off and everybody stands goes outside at 4 o'clock in the morning. Who's the biggest IRL streamer right now? Um, I think I'm Jasmine. She's really cool. I like her. I like her content. She tends to go around Japan, do a bit of shopping. She always has some sort of task or challenge to do, and she's quite popular. Um, the one I like is Japandi Jones. I love Japandi Jones. He always gets his chat involved in everything, and it's something that a lot of IRL streamers don't do. Um, I mean, Japandi and I want to meet him. We have something in common, me and him. Ginny, I'm not into Ginny. Um, I follow her, but I don't like. I don't. I There's something about creating content I'm not interested in them. It's like Cook is in Cook is in Korea right now, and I don't watch his. You know, like when he was in America, I will watch every single stream. You know, but when he's in Korea, I don't watch every single stream. I watch like every other stream now and then. It's not. It's nothing about Andy. Andy Cook is a really great guy, and I I like to think of him as a friend, you know, and maybe an associate, and but you know, definitely on that friend level. He's a great guy. He's really quite honest, and I spoke to him on the phone once or twice, and you know, he's really kosher kind of guy, and I like him. But something about Korean content is not interesting to me. Hmm. I think the biggest IRL content, um, I don't know, Ginny. Ginny's quite big, isn't she? She's got like 4,000, 5,000 viewers. Um, I'm Jasmine, definitely quite big in Japan. Rob D's like, I think Rob D's nickname is the Angel of. Shibuya because he does lots of good things for people. You know, it's like when he finds people who are drunk and falling asleep on a sidewalk, he would bring the police in and make sure they get home safely and stuff like that. And when people are sitting there on the floor feeling down with themselves and it's raining, he would go and find an umbrella and bring an umbrella over, you know. So yeah, he's. I think I've never met Rob D. I spoke to him a few times, and he seems like a really cool dude. I like to meet him. I like to meet him, his wife. I like to meet Kashmel as well, because like we've been speaking to one another pretty much every single stream, and he's like a really cool guy and he's funny. Um, he says he doesn't like certain things, but it remains to be seen. You know, sometimes you do things on stream for the purpose of making money. So I don't know. There's loads of people out there that I want to meet. There's I don't know. There's lots of things I want to do, and there's loads and loads of people I want to meet. I mean, I was like chatting to DK last night on his channel, and and he said that he wants to go to Japan eventually, and I says to him, he goes, well, you know, I'm going to be in Japan in the next 2 years, or maybe longer, and if you come to Japan, hit me up, you know, I'll be happy to meet you, and I'll be happy to to explore Japan with you and stuff like that. I don't mind. I'm open. I'm always eager to meet new people and make new friends. Um, I think it's just fun, you know. I'm hoping this pandemic will sort itself out. Because at the moment, being in lockdown, all different countries having their own kind of lockdown things, it's making it very difficult for people who wanted to travel. Because at the moment, Cook is stuck in Korea, isn't he? And you got like what's his name, Jay Streezy. He's stuck in Vietnam. His Vietnam streams are really interesting. I like them, and he's taken one day at a time. You know, he's really down to earth. He talks to his chat. He tries to make every single stream interesting, and that's fantastic. I love it. Hey, Science Line, how you doing? Thank you very much for doing some scripting for me yesterday. This is probably the first time you ever see me stream, isn't it? Or is it? I don't know. I offered to make you a mod, but you said, "Oh no, Liz, you've seen me before, have you?" Oh yeah, you came into my stream a couple of weeks ago when I was streaming. Sorry, my bad. My memory is really poor. Yeah. So I was just like showing. I made this video basically today to show John SF how to fix a camera. Japandi, Japandi Jones, Cook Socks, Boyfly140 are the best guys streamers. Best couple streamers are live streaming travel. Best skills. Who's he? Just Keith. And educator streamers is, I don't know. I never heard of him. At first, I thought Jay was slow and boring, but whenever he has somebody streaming with him, like his girlfriend, he's way better. I don't know. I like Jay. Jay's funny. I liked him when he had long hair. 'Cause I always say to him, guys, Jay, when you gonna grow your hair? You know, you look bald. But I like Jay. Jay's funny. Just don't. I followed him originally, and I like back then I used to TTS cook socks all the time, you know, and Jay wanted a bit of it, so I gave him a bit of it, but he didn't like it too much. He turned the volume down. So when he turned the volume down, I stopped TTSing him because it kind of defeats the point, doesn't it? So for my TTS, and when I go to streaming, I bought a Bose speaker that everybody else uses. Um, it's nice. It's a nice sounding speaker. It actually works better as a Bluetooth speaker um, on a phone than it, in my opinion, because the mic, it's got a little mic on it, which is really useful for if I'm like talking to my family or my sister. I connect my phone to this, and I just like carry this around the house instead of the phone. But I also have one of these. This is I have one of these. Um, I think Cook has one of these. I don't know if it's the same model. Mine just sits on my desk because, well, I use it for different things. It's like when I'm downstairs doing stuff, right, and I can't hear the music, I send the music from my PC to my speaker, and I'll take my speaker downstairs. Then I got some music, you know. Um, that's what I use it for. But you know, I can repurpose it later for streaming. So what I'm going to use for my streamer thing, I'm going to use this is my old phone, which is a S Plus, S8 Plus, I think it is. It's a few years old. It does its job. It's got a really good battery life. It doesn't have any SIM cards in it right now, so I think this probably purpose will probably be good. Um, oh, I've been looking for a carbon fiber stick because I want something light. So I couldn't find what I was looking for, so I assembled one. Uh, this is my take on a selfie stick. It's not very long. I don't think it needs to be very long. Um, I couldn't find a carbon fiber camera holder, so I bought an aluminium one, but it's quite hefty and heavy. So I got a little ball head thing for the camera, which is really useful, I think. And the other thing it's got on it, it's got like a mount on the side so you can slot things into it. Keep it until the bat. Yeah, I keep my phones for ages. I have two. I've got this one as well. This is an S8 that I use for my second phone line. Um, put that down there. So this is the S8, and this is the S8 Plus, and they're just a little bit smaller than each other, aren't they? This one I use for my studio stuff. Um, this one's got all my security keys and stuff on it, and it's also got control for my lights. Uh, and then I've got an S10 that everybody else uses. This is just my regular phone that I use for everyday things. I prefer a bigger display. That way I don't have to be like this with it every 5 seconds because my eyesight is poor. I don't know, is it because I worked in porn or anything, but you know what? My eyesight is just poor. I just noticed that the last couple of years when I got older, my eyesight just got shitter. Um, I want to get eye surgery, um, but the moment I do, it's the thing is like eye surgery costs too much money. As much as I want to have eye surgery and have my eyes improved, um, through I was thinking of having I think it's called lens replacement surgery, where they take the natural lens out of your eye and replace it with an artificial one. And because the only reason our eyes start fading when we get older is because the muscles in our eyes get weaker. They don't have enough power to squish the lens, you know. Um, I would love to know if it's possible to exercise my eyes to make them stronger. I mean, like if I was to like focus on something and LASIK fucked you. I don't want to have LASIK. I don't think LASIK's very. I think it's effective when you're young, but I don't think it's very good long term. See, I know somebody who's had lens replacement surgery, and but he's a lot older than me. He's like 70 something, and he had what's it called when you have like clouding in your eye? You know, when your eyes goes really cloudy and you can't see for all. He had that, and he had his lens replaced, and he says to me to that, he goes, gluco, glucocoma. I don't know, maybe. It's like kind of you know, it goes like white and foggy. Um, he had problems seeing. He said that one eye was like just foggy. Like when he looks out of it, it's like he says to me, it's like if you want to know what I feel, he says that breathe on the glass so it's all foggy, then try to look through it. That's what he said. It would be like cataracts. Yeah, that's what he had. And then he went and had lens replacement surgery, and bro, you even had trouble reading the word. That's just me. I'm. You know what? English is my like. I speak 4 different languages. You know, so obviously my English. You know, there's a bit of give and take in everything, man. You can't be good at everything. I'm just really crap at everything. You know, but at least I'm truthful about it. You know, lots of people will be like, "How do I read this?" Copy and paste it into Google. That's what I could have done, isn't it? Copy and paste it into Google and ask Google to read it for me. Glucose. I had cataract surgery on one eye, and they couldn't give me a replacement lens that allowed you to see up close because I already had LASIK. Oh, is that how it affects it? Ah, they have like You see, I spoke to a specialist recently, and he says to me that I can have a very focused lens put in my eye, so I can look closely and look far. Is at a moment, it's like for me right now, if I'm reading a book, I have to hold a book quite far away from me to see it. Um, but when I take things apart and do electronics and stuff, I take my glasses off and do it because I see better up close like this. Because my glasses, I want to get new glasses because my glasses are old, and you know the horrible one. They're not very good styling, but you know I see. Um, but at the moment, a lot of things are closed because we're in lockdown. It's really the way that our government has decided to handle all this is just fucked up, man. They closed everything. The only things open is like groceries, pharmacies, um, they have the essential stuff. It's like if you needed to go to the doctors, you can't visit the surgery. You have to phone them up and say I have a problem, and then they call you back and they basically do a telephone consultation about your issues. And based on your medical history, they issue certain drugs for what they see as appropriate. Um, dude, having eye surgery is like, with they want £6,000 UK pounds for one eye. 6,000. How much is that? Oh, 6,000 GP pound GB pound to dollar. You're looking at about 8,000 US dollars for one eye. How much is it over there? It's a lot of money, that is. I mean, yeah, it's your eyesight and everything, but if it's guaranteed to be long term until the rest of my life, it's probably worth it. Do you have someone to help you while you recover from surgery? Um, You know what? I was told right that your eye recovers really quickly. So what they do is they do one eye first and cover that eye with a patch, yeah, and then you got one eye to see and the other eye is just recovering. And then when this eye is fully recovered, they do it the other way around. You go back and they do the other eye. That's how they do it. I mean, I got friends here, but we're in lockdown at the moment, so my friend can't even come to my house. He's not allowed. We got like, what is it now? The lockdown in the UK is that if somebody goes to your house, like you can meet outside, but you can't meet inside. If you meet inside and one the neighbor and like the problem in the UK is that your neighbors, they might be friendly to you, right? But they fucking snitch on you. They will just snitch on you. It's like sometimes some things happen in my neighborhood, right? And the police officer will knock on my door and said, "Hey, we have an incident round here, blah blah blah," and they'll ask you, "Do you know anything about it?" And I always say no because that's the truth, right? But other people, they will snitch on you. Really? Do both eyes for 11,000? That's cheap, isn't it? 5,000 an eye. I'm thinking I'd just do it in Japan. I'm honestly thinking I'd do it in Japan. Um, maybe I'll raise some money. You know, once my child gets partnered and stuff like that, and I got like a decent following and stuff, because then I can maybe do a donor goal for fixing my eye and stuff like that, or maybe I will have enough income. I don't know. It depends. But I need to get these numbers up. These numbers are too low. I think if I stream more often, maybe that'll help. So I looked into the laser. It's like I didn't know about lens replacement surgery for a long time. Um, my friend told me about it, and he was telling me how impressed he was. Because he said that he went in, and within a week he got perfect eye vision. He's got like 20 vision on one eye, and then when that eye recovered, he went back in and had the other eye done, and now he doesn't even wear glasses anymore. That's pretty bloody amazing, you know. You could probably get them in Mexico for less. I'm not going to fly to Mexico and get it done. I'll get it done in Japan because, I'm going to be living in Japan and I'll be streaming in Japan and I'll be working in Japan. Well, that's the goal anyway. I want to physically relocate from the UK to Japan and make Japan my home. I want all that sushi and natto goodness in my system and have a bit of fun every time when I go out. You get no bloody fun here. It's boring as fuck. I mean, for me to like do this kind of content and stuff like that, this is me trying to do something constructive and useful and maybe help the IRL community. Ew, natto. Natto's nice, man. What you on about? Ew. Have you tried it? Look, ignore what all these people say on Twitter and stuff, right? Like, the best thing to do is go to Japan with an open mind and give everything a try and make your own mind up. Admittedly, when I first heard about natto, I wasn't sure about it, and a few years ago when I was in Japan, I tried it and it wasn't that bad. Trust I have a lot of Japanese where I live. Natto isn't that bad. I don't think it's that bad. I like it. I mean, it does look a bit stringy. It reminds me of, when you have a cold and you blow your nose in a tissue and you go like that, and it gets all stringy. That's what it reminds me of. But I don't think it's bad for me. You know, I mean, you know when you're a little kid and you didn't blow your nose, you go and you snort it all down your throat. You know, you kind of like you think nothing of it. You know, because it's you, it's part of you at the end of the day. You know, it's just fluids from your system. You know, so and something being slimy, I don't think of it as being slimy. I think of it as being smooth, if you know what I mean, because that kind of slime and everything that you see, this stringy slime, when you put it in your mouth, it doesn't feel stringy. It feels quite smooth. It's like, do you remember when you're a little kid and you chew chewing gum, yeah, and you chew, and then it gets like, and you pull it out, and you get like that kind of stringy effect. It's a bit like that. Except the difference is when you the natto stringy, when you put it in your mouth, the the amino acids in your mouth, it breaks it down. Part of why I showed up, I'm helping where there's benefit to IRL as a whole. Well, you know, I want to be part of that helping structure. I want to go to Japan, and I mean, I have some I have some certain types of skills that other people don't have, like through fixing stuff and repairing stuff. So maybe when I'm in Japan and people's cameras break down, or the IRL, or maybe the live view break down, I can help them fix it. You know, get them along. Because like waiting for the companies to send you a replacement takes ages. You know, if you can't afford a replacement unit, like if Jasmine can afford a replacement unit, so she can get a brand new one. But people like Cash, who's like had a damaged live view, and he's been waiting like his live view broke down just before Christmas, and his solution is to stick a HDMI cable into the socket, and well, actually, it was Japanese solution is to stick it down. Yeah, Nikita's mobile repair service. Yeah, I'll charge minimum fees for it. I'll fix it. I have like soldering tools and everything, and I'll just if it's fixable, I just repair it for them, and I'll just say, you know, I charge a minimal fee for my time for fixing it. At the end of the day, those guys, you know, they'll be back on the road and streaming again within a few hours. There's nothing worse than like being way out over there and not having any service for fixing anything. Because you take a camera to Sony to fix, I believe it takes about 2 weeks. Would you be able to continue in your day job profession when you're in Japan? I don't have a day job. I'm trying to make streaming my day job. How's the live view warranty? Live view warranty only lasts 1 year. There is no extended warranty. It's 1 year. You get 12 months warranty from the day you buy it, and after that 1 year is over, there is no cover for it. You know, it's like most of the streamers I know, they've gone through more than one live view. Usually it's not the ports that break on the live view. Usually it's the battery that doesn't stops charging. But the batteries in these things are replaceable. It's just a battery pack with a connector on it. So you know you could just like take the thing apart. It doesn't really need the internal battery in there to begin with, but it's useful. If you don't have an internal battery, when you pull out the power, the connect it's going to disconnect. So having an internal battery in there allows you to swap your battery and stuff like that. What, buy the battery and resell them? It's not that easy, you know, because it's got a proprietary connector on it. So you could buy the batteries. The specification of the batteries, I think it's 4,000 milliamps. There has to be a certain shape and size to fit in the live view. Oh no, the live views. They sell them in Japan already. It's just really expensive. Oh, buy the live views that people get rid of. No, I can't. You can't do that because the live view has a serial number, a code on it, yeah, to activate it. And once it's registered onto your account, yeah, if this item if this item gets stolen by you or somebody else, it's useless to them because you can't register that serial number to your account anymore. It's once it's logged to an account, it's locked down to that account. You can ask them to remove it from your account and then give it to somebody else and do it that way. But if you bought a live view from somebody, there's no guarantee that live view number is going to be available or not. It's locked. Sell it for parts. No, I think there could be a service. I don't. Instead of selling the actual live view and stuff, I think there could be a service for fixing them. Yeah, proprietary connectors. It's got a power connector. It's a bit weird. It's got a little locking thing on it to stop it from falling out. And the cable's really short. And instead of having 4 connectors, it's got 5 or 6. So it's gonna have 2. It's got 2 black, 2 red, 1 yellow, and another one. You see, there's a reason why Sony doesn't have a Type C, because the Sony uses 5 volts, and I don't like. To be honest with you, yeah, I'm not really a huge fan of Type C connectors because the little cable on it is really thin. Where's it gone? Oh, it's like you look at if you look at this is not that's not the right one. If you look at the a USB C type cable connector, the the thing on it is really fragile. You know, it's like the way the iPhone connector works is better. The Lightning cable is better because I mean the none of the plugs are perfect. They all have its downfalls. The iPhone Lightning connector has got the little spring thing inside inside there, right? So when you get dust in there and you get like a little tweezer and start poking in it, you break them, and then that's broken as well. Um, on the USB C, inside the socket, there's like a little board that floats in the middle. If you break that, the socket's broken. You have to replace it. I like the standard USB. The standard USB port is much stronger because the blue bit is really thick, you know. And but for the cameras, because of the size of the cameras and stuff, they're really restricted in terms of space and size, you know. I take it that this isn't charging because it's on. Um, this uses like mini connectors because it's basically due to lack of size. Yeah, the space there. That's what it is. I don't have any. USB micro is not a bad connector. You know, it's provided the connector has the little springy bits on it. It once it's plugged in, it's gonna lock. It's pretty good. I mean, I've got loads of USB C type devices that where the port is broken, because people in a rush and they jam the plug in there, and if the plug is like misaligned, you could break the little floating bit in the middle, and once that's broken, it's busted. Because I got them on here. On this is like an ICOS, yeah, but the plugs on it is the plug on it inside is a little bit different. The little bit in the middle that floats, it's got the connectors. The metal bit wraps round, so it goes from one side. It goes up from one side, wraps around, and goes back down the other side. But the phone ones don't have that. The phone ones, the connectors in the phones, they don't have that little bit that wraps around the outside. But the ones on these do. So I think the USB-C thing is, I think it's a standard in the way the cake connector is, the size of the connector and stuff. But in terms of what pins are used inside, depends on the device. You know, because not every device needs 20 volts. The USB-C connector has 5, 12, and 19 volts going through it. So depending on what kind of charging techniques you need on the product, you could probably get away with just using 5 volts, 12 volts, or I'm not sure. I don't think it's 9. I don't think it's 20 volts. I think it's 19 volts. It could be both 19 and 20, but that 1 volt will make any difference. I need to take this off because I keep banging my elbow in it and it bloody hurts. Oh. So this is my connector thing. This normally sits on the wall behind me. Just I bolt it to the wall and it becomes my arm for the back camera. I use these arms a lot. The lights up there are held with these. Hello, hello, beautiful. Hey, how you doing, K1 board? Thank you for coming into my stream. How are you doing? Did you have a nice Christmas or New Year? I'm just taking apart my stuff now so I can reassemble it so I can do some gaming or whatever. I think what I'll do is prop this up, maybe. I don't know. Will this work that way? Or will this collapse because it's not doing the right thing? So, I need to take this camera. Basically, my wiring back here. I'll be back in a minute. Place? That's the right place. No, it was good. Your face looks better than the monitors. Does it? My face look better than the monitors, but I turned it around so you can see what I was doing. That's why. So now you can see me again, right? You can see me again now, can't you? I mean, I can only be talkative when you guys ask me things. I mean, I just wanted to show you that I was going to mount the camera there because I could disappear behind my desk, right, and leave you looking at my chair and you'd be like wondering what's going on. So whereas I point the camera over there, then you can see what I'm doing, you know? Oh, where's my water bottle gone? What happens is when I take these off is the camera will topple over because the cable's too heavy for it. Oh. Velcro, man, it's really useful but really bloody annoying sometimes. See, I have the same road arm that every single other streamer has, but I routed the cable inside the arm. See, so my cable from the mic. My cable goes from here and into here, straight into the mic arm. So instead of cable going on the outside, my cable goes on the inside. The mic arm supports it, but nobody does it because you need a bit of soldering skills to do it because you have to take the plug off first before you can shove the cable into the arm, and then I channel the cable inside the tube from all the way from the top here all the way down to the base and out the back. It is just, I mean, the features is there, so might as well use it, eh? So now I'm going to mount this back on the wall behind me. I know you can't see it, but see that little black thing that you see on the wall there? This is where this arm goes. This back on here. Oh, shit, my mind is again. That way. So what I was going to do is just like tidy my desk a little bit and mount everything back to where it was, and maybe do some gaming. Maybe. Cashmel went live. Cashmel always goes live when I'm busy. Is he live now? That's from 2 days ago. Maybe I missed it. So who's on here? Komiko. Komiko's quite funny. Beach, Barnacles, Water, John SF. What's John FF doing today? John, your camera is still blurry AF. Which game do you gonna play? Did he mention the Trump protests? I don't know. Can you guys hear this?
They just do this and then that's it. I have to get back to my car though.
I'm hoping that you can hear it.
They're blocking it now. I just wanted to see what was happening on this side, but I guess they're just blocking the road. Yeah, that was fast.
This is why I did the video today, because John dropped his camera and the whole thing went blurry. So my idea is to teach him how to fix his camera.
I go this way.
Is he in Beverly Hills? You know what? Your guess is as good as mine, right? Because I don't know LA like he does. I've never been to LA.
Yo, Shardon Dark, what's up?
California,
What is the name of this park?
completely new to me. I've never been there.
I don't know if there's a name of this park.
So take this
There
off.
is a name. This is just like Beverly Hills.
Oh, there he is. He's in Beverly Hills.
Are they out of towners just visiting family members in CA?
So what I'm doing now is taking the base mount off the camera,
Beverly
because I need to put the
Hills, that's where I wanna be. Living in Beverly
Shit.
Hills. There's a cop car.
John is singing. Can you see that John's stream is a bit blurry?
Alright, time to disperse so we don't get cited. But I don't think they're gonna cite anyone.
Move this over there. Hold on a second, what's going on?
Maybe we can stay on the media side.
Social goals, social media.
That guy has a live view too. Sheesh.
So I'll put this over here. This way
Damn, look at that car.
we can watch John's stream and
That car's tight. Yo, Kenny,
let me get the other camera working.
I'm pretty sure every park has a name. This isn't like necessarily a park. I mean, it could be.
Front
One.
camera. Whoa! That's a scary ass picture of me. What the heck? And this one is the back camera. We can disable that one.
The coop in Washington D.C.
4K camera. We can lock that one down. Don't need it.
This park's
Stick
name
this one
is
here.
Wallace Annenberg Center. Wallace Annenberg Center. Maybe this isn't the park. That's not the park name, but that's what this area is called.
No. Inside inside our Sony cameras, there's the sensor bit at the back. It's glued on with some glue, and if you drop it on the floor
What would I ask them?
in a it's possible to jolt it in a way so the glue comes off. It's really, the way they've made the camera is really cheap.
I would love to be a cameraman. Disperse, damn, good job.
Can you hear it? Can you hear his video?
2, 4, 5.
So take this cable out of here.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 21. 21 cops.
has the best toys.
Oh, a minute. Hold on.
Yeah, this is a big area, dude. Alright, they're starting to pack it up. What is that truck? Oh, that's the truck that the cops stand on. And then one of the cops has a shield. Wow. Alright, they're all getting on top of this vehicle. It's kind of cute how they all like get up on that shit. It's like the army men in Toy Story. They're all dressed the same color and they all stand on that. Start dancing.
Hey, what's more IR suitable upgrade for Sony AS? There isn't one. That's the problem. There isn't another compact camera. It's not always. It's not really the money. There's not another compact camera that kind of beats this, you know. Because the sound quality on this is pretty good. The video is pretty good. The quality that you see is you know, for the size of the camera and everything is pretty good. Yeah.
Thank you for the follow.
I don't know why, but the GoPros is kind of a bit of a hit and miss. The main problem with GoPro is the sound. There's no HDMI output on it by default. You have to buy a silly accessory that plugs into the back of it to make it bigger. Does it have a shoulder mount? Does what have a shoulder mount? A shoulder mount is just a little rubbery thing that goes on your strap. It's got a tripod mount on it, and then we put little. John SF. Yeah, he's on a shoulder mount now.
It's almost 6 p.m. Yeah.
Because he's got his phone in his hand, so he's not holding a selfie stick, is he?
There's a tool that allows me to unfollow all the people who bot followed me, so I just, and then I return to.
Yeah, I'm tripping all over my cables here. Give me 1 second.
It's 1:54 a.m. here in the UK. Dang. Thank you for joining me this late on the other side of the puddle. Welcome to Los Angeles, California, the west coast of the United States. We are on the opposite side of what happened tragically today, as there was a kind of insurrection, or a coup as some people might say, against the capital of the United States during the congressional hearing of whatever it was that happened. Very intense. Now what? Yeah, I don't know. I like this guy's bag. People are asking me to get food, so I assumed I was going to be out here for a few hours. So I got food before. And I was like, by the time this is done, I'll be hungry again. So I'll eat now, something small, and then I'll eat again later. But now I'm not hungry. But I am in Beverly Hills. It ended a lot faster than I thought it would. Yeah, super fast. It ended just as fast as it started. I got here at 5 though. I got here pretty late.
Oh, that's a bit far. Okay, so disconnect this camera. Which battery goes where?
Everyone.
Have you told John SF I'm here? Or does he not know?
Today is kind of a weird day. I'm not really sure how to react to what happened this morning. It was it was super crazy when I heard that shit. I was like, what is going on? Maybe I'll just walk around and we can talk. I'll do a walk and talk, and I'll just take a look at shit. Pretty. What's up to Dragon That Could?
Oh, I got the wrong camera on the wrong place. Hold on a second.
The dawn. Maybe I'll grab some food. Maybe I'll just walk around this area. We'll think. We'll see what's popping. Let's see what's going on in this area. I drove all the way out here. Might as well see. I don't have anything else planned. honestly, my
You see how John's camera is a bit blurry?
stay home and clean my room until
So my video is basically it's just to teach him how to fix his camera.
I guess politics is
Because he's got a donor goal there for a camera for about $300.
happened
And I know John's quite struck for cash at the moment.
what an average
And,
me tends to wake
you know,
up.
I want to help him wherever I can, yeah?
I was too late. I'm going to bed now. All right, good night, English gamer. Yeah, that ended way earlier than I had thought. Let's go see what's in the area. How nice this place is. So, I want to say, like, hey everyone, welcome to the stream. This is twitch.tv/JohnSF. I'm a chill IRL streamer here in Los Angeles. I was going... So, right now, I want to apologize that my camera's kind of blurry because I dropped the camera. So, the sensor's fucked up. But I'm gonna go try to repair it again. Fortunately, one of the people, Miss Nikita, did a teardown of the camera, so now I can follow it and see how to fix the camera thing. So, I'll see what's going on. I'm just gonna walk through this area right here. Let's turn right and see what's going on. Oh, hey, Nikita is here to criticize you, John. Yeah, everyone's here to criticize me. It's all good. Everyone here is criticizing me. Yeah, nice work on that. Yeah, thanks, Nikita. I'm gonna use that to figure out how to fix my camera.
This thing is too tight, I can't.
You made for John? Yeah, Kenny is an old friend of mine. I've known Kenny for many years. Personally. Before Twitch. Anyways, what's up everyone? That was insane, dude. Dude, that guy got fucked up. That guy has some crazy ass balls to come out. Like, when I was there, I was kind of scared, like I was gonna get found out. And then people are gonna fucking, come up to me and say some shit. And then, once people started going in, then it's like, you can't stop it. That guy came there with a purpose to be like, fuck Trump. And people beat his ass for that shit. Jeez. That guy beat his ass. Someone got beat up, yeah. Which guy got messed up? You guys probably couldn't see it, but it was the guy with the beard. He had a beard on. He was pretty tall too. He was like super tall. But they ganged up on him. One guy versus like 3 guys. Fuck, that guy got fucked up so bad.
Anyway, guys, I'm going to call my stream an end. It's been a fun 2 hours. I'm going to there's 3 guys of you. I'm going to raid John because just hang around and we're watching the stream anyway.
He has a gay flag on, and he has a Trump flag. He's a gay Trump supporter.
Just stick around. I'm going to transfer you to John's stream because I'm going to watch his stream. I'm going to be in chat anyway, and that's it. Yeah, that's it because I fixed the camera that I was planning to do tonight, and basically I created this VOD for John SF so he knows how to fix his camera because his camera is a bit busted at the moment, but hopefully he'll fix it. My stream's been on for like 2 hours 40 minutes, and I wasn't planning to stream tonight, but I decided that I was going to make a make a tutorial for somebody else to so I can fit the camera, and you guys just dropped in, you know. So anyway, I'm going to raid John, and hopefully you guys will join him there. He's in Beverly Hills right now, and he's going through a whole load of other stuff. I'll be in chat anyway. I'll be in chat, and we can carry on talking in there. Okay?
There were a lot of black people there. Not like a lot, but there were a few black people there. I mean, yeah, this is a white neighborhood, but I'm just saying at that particular thing, there was not a lot of... there was a good amount of non-white people. Especially that guy, the Asian guy with the megaphone. Yo, oh, Nikita with the raid. Hey, thank you for the raid. Damn. Nikita, appreciate it. Oh, and Elizabeth Lander, thank you for the host too. My alerts aren't working. I don't know why. I have to check it out. There seems to be an issue with stream elements. And my alerts aren't popping up. I don't know if you guys could see it on your end, but I don't have my alerts. And I didn't do anything weird, so it's just being like that. Riding with Trump. Good, I voted for Trump. Hey, it's good to see you again riding with Trump. That guy's cool.